Ignoring the dog shit encrusted under his fingernails from several weeks earlier, he reached deep into his throat, pulled loose some partially digested food, swallowed it again, and continued to make hamburger patties for the kids. Garnish. The man in the tweed hat stood by a tree, rolling a half-dried snot between his thumb and forefinger. Moments later, the snot now completely dry, he strolled casually past a sidewalk cafe and gently flicked it into a young lady's lemonade. Why do you always finish your sentences? Yeah. It's something that's been bothering you for a long time? Yeah. Well, it's a habit that started in grade school. When the teacher called on another kid, sometimes the kid would start to answer and then get stuck, so I would supply the rest of the answer. And this habit has stayed with you ever since that time. But there must be something you can do about it? The only thing I could do about it would be to find some person who might be willing to finish your sentences? Yeah, if I could just find someone to finish my sentences, it would put a little balance in your life? Right. But why does it have to be someone else? Why couldn't it be the same person? Why couldn't the same person whose sentences I finish be the same person who finishes your sentences? I don't know. Let's ask this man over here. What can I do for you fellows? The American Retail Association reminds you that next Sunday is a Person I Know Day. It's a lot like Mother's Day or Father's Day, but instead of honoring your parents, you take the time to honor some other person you know. It can be anyone at all. Mailman, delivery boy, gas station attendant, drugstore clerk, even that interesting fellow who stands on the corner all day displaying his penis. Any person you know is eligible. In fact, every person you know is eligible. So why not honor them all? Go out today and buy gifts for all the people you know. It's the perfect way of showing your love and saying, "Hi, I'm sure glad I know you." And when you think about it, you'll probably be in store for some nice gifts yourself on a Person I Know Day. In fact, the more people you know, the more gifts you'll receive. So go for a long walk today and introduce yourself to every person you see. Just walk up and say, "Don't I know you? If not, I'd sure like to." Then give them your address and tell them to send you a gift. You'll make lots and lots of new friends, and you'll be helping the economy. I've never seen anyone cleaning a church. I've seen many things, but never a cleaning crew working in a church, vacuuming, mopping, dusting the statues, and scrubbing the altar. You know why? I figured it out. Churches don't need to be cleaned. God does it. It's one of those miracles. That's how they know it's a church in the first place. Here's how it works. After a church has been built, the owners wait 6 months and then look inside. If it's clean, they know it's a church. So they get ready for the grand opening. And from that day on, they never have to clean it. No matter what kind of crud, grime, or muck the sinners track in, the place remains spotless. But just between you and me, a little Windex on the stained glass wouldn't hurt once in a while. It would help bring out all those bright, pretty colors they use to show the torture and bleeding of the saints. Hi, I'm Our Lady of the TV. I'm here to say hello and to make sure everyone prays real hard for peace. Also, the last time I was here, I forgot my sunglasses. Has anyone seen my sunglasses? A stagehand hands her the glasses. Thank you. Hold my purse, please, would you? She hands him her purse and puts on the sunglasses. I know that many of you lead a pointless existence. You have dead-end jobs, bad marriages, and children who hate you because you've ruined their lives. I also know you look to symbols like me to provide solace and hope. Well, here's the deal. I have no solace to offer, and frankly, there is no hope. I'm just an illusion that means nothing. So work it out for yourselves. If you ask me, you're not trying hard enough. Thank you. I'll be back in a few years. And please, stop bothering my son with stupid requests like winning the lottery. To the stagehand, give me the purse. Letter to a friend. Dear Trevor, the reason I'm writing is because I've lost your address and have no way of getting in touch with you. For that reason, chances are you won't receive this, in which case you should not feel obligated to reply. If, however, this letter does reach you and you wish to answer, please enclose your current address so I'll know where to send this. By the way, you can ignore the return address on this envelope, as I'm moving next week, and although I don't yet have my new address, I'll be sending it along as soon as I hear from you. Should you have any trouble locating me, please be assured I will contact you as soon as I have my new phone, so by all means give me a call and let me have your number. If it turns out that I'm unable to reach you, please don't hesitate to get in touch, as I always mention it to my friends whenever neither of us hears from the other. Should you encounter any trouble reaching me, please let me know and I will get back to you at once. Then again, if you are unable to reach me, perhaps it would be better not to get in touch, because I will most likely be trying to get a hold of you. And of course, if I do reach you, please let me know immediately. Conversely, if I don't reach you, you will probably hear from me right away. Well, evening is rolling around, and as they say in Portugal, it's time to say goodbye. I hope you receive this before you mail your letter. It's so good to communicate this way. Sincerely, Spurla Vaughan. P.S. Should this letter be lost in transit, please disregard. True fact. I saw a guy on the street wearing a T-shirt that said Couples for Christ, but he was alone. And I wondered, what would Jesus think? What's the difference between a drop and a droplet? After all, if you divide a drop into smaller parts, all you get is smaller drops. Big or little, a drop is a drop. Same thing with a crumb. But the odd thing about a crumb is that if you cut a crumb in half, you don't get 2 half crumbs. You get 2 crumbs. To me, that sounds like magic. I gotta ask David Copperfield how they do that. When it comes to God's existence, I'm not an atheist and I'm not an agnostic. I'm an acrostic. The whole thing puzzles me. I saw a homeless guy sitting on the sidewalk yammering to himself and repeatedly punctuating his remarks with, "You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?" And I thought, for God's sake, the man is talking to himself. If he doesn't know what he's saying, who would? True fact. On June 8th, 1995, Glacier National Park was closed because of too much snow. Colin Powell spent his entire adult life as a soldier, trying to devise the most efficient ways of killing foreigners for his country. Then he became a diplomat, trying to devise the most efficient ways of getting foreigners to cooperate with his country. Tough sell. Whenever I hear about parents who have 9 or 10 children, the only thing I wonder is how they survive the birthday parties. I recently learned there are 3 people still alive who can do the minuet. Unfortunately, only one of them is able to move without a wheelchair. I think they should have a hotline that never answers, for people who don't follow advice in the first place. I finally figured out what email is for. It's for communicating with people you'd rather not talk to. You know what I like the most about the NCAA basketball tournament? 63 losers. The United States most closely resembles a huge, poorly thought-out, sick joke. Health tip from the American Medical Association. Never pour corrosive chemicals on your testicles. A female teacher seduced a 14-year-old boy, and he turned her into the police. What was this kid thinking? Is he fucking crazy? Or gay? I would have kept that kind of thing real quiet. At least until I graduated. Cigarette companies market heavily to young people. They need young customers because their product kills the older ones. It's the only product that, if used as intended, kills the consumer. More people write poetry than read it. I wish the ecology people would save one species that would make a dramatic comeback and then wipe us out. True fact. There is actually an erotic wrestler. When I'm in someone's house and I see something I want that's small and easy to conceal, I steal it. It's my belief that property belongs to the person who wants it most.